Football is the world's biggest sport where competition is fierce and footballers put their whole life into the game. So many bend or just straight up break the rules in order to win. So of course there's a lot of players who utilise the dark arts to win games. But who is football's dirtiest player? A player who will cheat, beat and use anything but his feet to win.
You're an absolute disgrace. You're a cheat.
A player who uses dirty tactics just for the love of the game. There are many candidates when it comes to this prestigious title. But before we start, just to clear up any confusion, this is not football's dirtiest players and they need a wash or dirty as in freaky. I don't know why you want that, get out of it. The first player is Luis Suarez, one of the best footballers in the world.
I'm being serious.
With over 500 goals. He made up the middle of the greatest front three in football history and is considered one of the best strikers of his generation. The treble winner is respected all around the world. Except for Ghana, after he did this.
You
can't miss this. He's bloody missed him. What a prat.
I understand if you're Ghanaian and hate Suarez for this, as they would have won the game, but I'm going to be Suarez's lawyer for this incident.
Nothing, just an incident.
I'm defending this not just because he's better than Onana and United need a keeper.
Alba's there. Back to the keeper. Where is the keeper? Where is the goalkeeper?
What is the goalkeeper doing? Why are you there?
Anyone would do this for their country to get them to the World Cup semi-finals, and it's not his fault that they missed the preceding penalty. This though, I can't defend. Your Honour, he was starving. At least this was just a one-time lapse in judgment. He did it 3 times. This is what put Suarez up for debate for the world's dirtiest player, as there was no reason to do this. It gave his team no advantage and likely hurt him very badly, as they went down to 9 men and lost their star talisman. He later defended his actions by saying, "People are appalled by biting, but it's relatively harmless."
What do you mean by that?
Relatively harmless compared to what? Biting the curb? The next player is Pepe. His Breaking Bad extra appearance tells you all you need to know about this guy. I've put together this little compilation of just some of his bad or Brexit tackles. But my favourite Pepe moment has to be when Dani Alves fouled and taunted Ronaldo, so he did this.
Kill him now.
All the rage he had for football must have got to him, as his luscious locks disappeared like Haaland playing against a good team. If you talk about Pepe, then you have to talk about Ramos. They were a dynamic duo, a terrible two. Look, Ramos also looks like he's in the cartel. Ramos' most famous dirty moment is probably when he did a WWE Super Slam on Mo Salah in 2018 in the Champions League final, and despite it being morally wrong, it did pay off as Real won the game, earning their 3rd Champions League in a row. However, I think not even the GOATs in their prime could win with Karius in net. Despite collecting red cards like Pokemon cards or John Terry with his teammates' wives, these two were the passion behind the legendary Real Madrid team, and their 2 foots and assaults were all to win games. If it was ball or man, these guys were always taking man. They seem like nice guys off the pitch, and definitely some of the greatest defenders of all time. The next player is Vinnie Jones, who played for Wimbledon in the 90s. He was your typical no-nonsense old-school midfielder, Brexit geezer, but was not a legend of the game like the other players on this list. He has the record for fastest booking in history. One of Vinny's most infamous moments was when he had a handball or handballs on Gascoigne. He might be a candidate for freakiest player. He was very feared around the league in the 90s. Patrick Vieira stated, "Vinnie Jones is one of the nicest guys I've met." Just kidding, he said he was the only player I ever feared, psychopath player. Vinny later became an actor, where he had more success in Hollywood than he did in football, but he'll never beat Messi.
Bad boys.
His most famous roles are Snatch, where he plays a calm but menacing British gangster, Lock, Stock, where he plays a calm but menacing British gangster, and the X-Men, where he played the Juggernaut.
Don't you know who I am? I'm the Juggernaut, bitch!
The last player is Diego Costa. Costa is infamous for using his elbows like it's the UFC, and for looking like he would thrive in the Stone Age. He was integral to Chelsea winning the Prem in 2017, and was the last good striker Chelsea had. Going from the fastest booking to one of the latest, Diego Costa was sent off in 97 minutes for headbutting Ben Mee in one of his first games back in the Prem. He's one of those players that is filled with rage, the opposite of Kante, but they seem to get on well, maybe a little bit too well. Some honourable mentions include Cantona, who karate kicked a fan, but it didn't make the list because 1, it was deserved, and 2, he has too much aura. And Graham Souness, who would have made it onto this list if he ever got a chance to play against Pogba. And Emi Martinez, who has some of the biggest rage bait moments of all time.
What about that? Send him off! Send the dirty get off! Get him off the field!
But I decided to leave him off the list because he's not really a dirty player but instead a troll. But I think the crown of dirtiest football player has to go to Luis Suarez. Although Vinnie Jones had worse intentions, once teeth get involved I think you move up a tier. But is it so bad being football's dirtiest player? In a world full of players like Sancho who just chase the bag,
Securing the coin.
it's good to have some passion in the game, even if they take it far sometimes. Fine, most of the time. The sport is better for it. But hey, that's just me. Comment down below who you think football's dirtiest player is, and if there's anyone I missed. And subscribe so you don't miss next time when I'll do football's freakiest players.